Hi everybody. A few years ago, I presented at a conference for parents when a broken-hearted mom of a 16-year-old girl stood up and said, "My daughter is completely disconnected. Our only hope is that she still comes home at nighttime." And her favorite and only word seems to be whatever. We don't know what's wrong, and we're not even certain that she knows exactly what's wrong, other than she is just unhappy. Have you any suggestions? Well, I did have a suggestion. I said, consider having a surprise party for her. Not for her birthday, but this is a party that rejuvenates her heart and soul. And you invite all kinds of people, from grandparents to family friends to old neighbors, new neighbors, aunts, uncles, cousins, coaches, the list goes on and on. And from there, the idea is to honor her, to remind her of all the wonderful things that she has done for other people, and bring that front and center for her. So this mom took it one step further. She said to everybody, she set the time, the date, and said, please bring a balloon, have a long string, and attached to that string a handwritten note outlining a memory that you have of something that you did with her or that she did for you that made a difference in your life. She called it a scroll. Well, this collage of people showed up on the night they were supposed to. She actually put it together within 2 weeks of the night of the parents' conference. And she said it was extraordinary. She gave 2 examples of things that were written on the scrolls. One of them was from a cousin who had been bullied, going to the same school as Sarah, her daughter, and was bullied. This was in elementary school. And Sarah was the only one that stood up for him. He said in his note, "You gave me courage. You made me feel important. You made me feel like I mattered." And so every day since then, I've tried to do something like what you did that took so much courage. Now, another one came from an old teacher. It was a favorite teacher of her daughter's. And she said, "You still to this day hold a very special place in my heart. I admire you for your empathy. Do you remember coming into school one day with your hand outstretched, and in your hand was a giant, beautiful butterfly that had already expired? You found it on the side of the road. You came into the class and said, 'Could we have a funeral for this butterfly?'" So she said, all the kids, you went out and you ended up at the green space at the school, dug a hole, had a little funeral, and everyone talked about the influence of the butterfly and what kind of a life it must have had and what it did. And the kids were just young, but that's what they did. And she said what changed is, from that day forward, most of the kids had stopped trying to kill the insects and tried to save them instead. So this worked out really well. Everybody had a wonderful time. And a few weeks later, the mom had written to me and said in the subject line, "I got my daughter back," right away. Now, the only caution I have for you is try not to invite her current friends who may or may not be part of the problem. The last thing that you would do, and you determine when the time should be to do this, is to tell your daughter something that you will be doing differently, and ask her what she will do differently. And if you have to, quote the old adage, when you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've already got. You are fabulous parents. If you weren't, you wouldn't be listening to this. Good luck.